been a while since we've seen one of these videos, but let me tell you, it's the night before the World Series. And it's very exciting, especially for someone like me. Because as you all know, I love my baseball. I sleep, drink, and dream baseball. The reason for this video is I'm going to give you a little non-biased prediction on what I think how the outcome of the World Series is going to be. Now, I'm going to analyze it a little bit, then I'll give you my final prediction. Let me start off with the coaching. The coaching is one of the most important aspects in the game of baseball. Well, in this aspect, I'm going to have to give the edge to Tony La Russa. A lot of it has to do with experience, a lot of it has to do with years, a lot of it has to do with how he plays the game, how he manages the game. He has no problem pulling out his pitcher in the second inning, third inning, as if it was the seventh inning, as you saw in the LCS. Ron Washington, he's a great coach, and he's shown that he can do it. He's been there before, and he's going to win a World Series before it's all said and done. But when it comes down to coaching, I'm going to have to give the edge to Tony La Russa, and because he has a great pitching coach, Dave Duncan. All right, now let's start on defense. On defense, I'm going to have to go with a push here, because both defenses are great. They don't fold under pressure. They execute the routine balls, the routine pop-ups. Now, I'm going to give a little edge on catcher, because Yadier Molina is just extraordinary. He's probably the best catcher out there defensively in all Major League Baseball. I'll be surprised if the Rangers actually steal more than 2 bases this series. But I'm also going to have to give the edge on the arms and the outfield to the Rangers because, I mean, you got Hamilton and Cruz on both corners, and they just got strong arms. So it's just going to be a push. It's going to be extraordinary. I'm going to be surprised if the Cardinals push singles into doubles. I'm going to be surprised if you see first to home on the Rangers defense. They're just extraordinary. So it's going to force the defense to have that extra hit. It's going to force the Rangers to try to execute hit and runs. So it's going to be a push. So right now I have coaching, 1 for the Cardinals, push on defense for both teams. So right now I have the edge to the Cardinals again. When it comes to hitting, it's a no-brainer. You got to go with the Texas Rangers. Just the way they're built from top to bottom, 1 through 9. There's not a lineup in the entire baseball that matches this lineup. I mean, this is almost like Murderer's Row back in the 20s with the 19 Yankees. I mean, you start off with Elvis Andrus, and you're down at the bottom at the 7th spot with Nelson Cruz, who just hit 6 home runs in the LCS. He passed Mr. October. Reggie Jackson, let's go ahead and call this the new Mr. October of the new century. Nelson, Mr. October Cruz. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's amazing. Of course, we got Albert Pujols on the other side for the St. Louis Cardinals, who's by far the best player in all of baseball. That's just a non-argument. He's the best. But as we all know, this is not a team. This is not a one-person sport. It is a team sport. In lineup 1 through 9, Rangers have it. So right now we have a 1-to-1. So what am I going to do? What am I going to go with? That's the bullpen. The Cardinals here of late have shown that they can step it up, but they haven't shown it all year long. Who has? The Rangers have. They've shown their bullpen has been able to execute from the beginning of spring training to now, to where we're at right now. And I'm just going to have to give the edge to the bullpen, to the Rangers. And I think that's going to be the difference. I think the Rangers had the pitching matchup that's going to be able to push the Cardinal hitters like Lance Berkman from the left side, where he's a lot stronger, to the right side where he's a lot weaker. And by doing that with their starting staff, like I said, the Rangers starting staff got 3 lefties. To the Cardinals is going to push them for 3 games to the other side, to the weaker side. And again, the bullpen is going to be the difference. All right, so now I'm going to give you my non-biased prediction. Not like Nolan Ryan, who gave his prediction with his heart. I'm giving mine with my mind. And it's going to be the Rangers in 6. That's right. Rangers will win this World Series in 6 games. Now, as many of you may know, that hurts. That hurts me. Because I, by no means, am a Rangers fan. My heart always and will be a St. Louis Cardinal fan. Let me tell you why I'm a St. Louis Cardinal fan. I've grown up as a little kid in this house that I'm in right now. First of all, let me get this out of here. That's just ridiculous. St. Louis, baby. I bleed red. Let me tell you, since I was a little kid, I have been a Cardinal fan. I've been a Cardinal fan since I was 6 years old, and it all started at the Little League fields. I was playing for the coach pitch team named the Cardinals. And as I came home one day after watching the game, I turned on the tube, and who is it that I see? I see the Cubs playing the Chubbies, and which are the Cubs. And lo and behold, I see Ozzie Smith coming out of the dugout, and he does a backflip. Now you got to imagine a 6-year-old seeing this for the first time. a man running out to the baseball field, doing a backflip out to his shortstop position. And then you see him play. As many of you know, I was not the best hitter on the team by far, but I took pride in my defense. And Ozzie Smith was probably the best defensive shortstop there's been. And I tried to do what he did out on the field. And so because I gave my non-biased prediction as the Rangers, doesn't mean that's who I'll be rooting for. When I get to Game 3, I will be wearing Cardinal red. I will be wearing my Cardinals hat, and I will hope to get booed. And I'm telling you right now, if the Cardinals win, it won't surprise me. Because when the season started in spring training, Adam Wainwright got hurt. They weren't supposed to be in the playoffs. In July, they were 10.5 games behind. They weren't supposed to be in the playoffs. In August, they were 9.5 games back. They weren't supposed to be in the playoffs. With 5 games left, they were 3 games behind. They were not supposed to be in the playoffs. What did they do? In that span, they needed the Phillies to beat the Braves to get in there. And what did the Phillies do? They beat the Braves. And how did the Cardinals repay them? By beating them in Game 5 when Chris Carpenter pitched a lights-out performance, 1-0 victory. They faced the Brewers in August 7 times. What did they do? They beat them 6 out of those 7 times. What did the Brewers need to do to avoid them in the playoffs? Just beat them twice. They only beat them once. What happened? The Cardinals got in and they beat them. Now everybody's saying there's no opportunity, there's no chance, there's no way in baseball heavens that the Cardinals can beat the Rangers, who are supposed, by far, the best team out there. They are. They're the best team. But I'll be cheering for those Cardinals. I will, loud and proud. If the Rangers win, they were supposed to. But when the Cardinals win, they finished off something they started a long time ago with Tony La Russa. And what was that? Happy flight. Get your squirrels ready, guys. Get your squirrels ready.